Welcome back to my channel. I saw Ange do like a quarter one kind of wrap up or questions about quarter one. So I thought that looked fun and I wanted to do it because I absolutely love answering questions. So the first question was, how many books have I read in quarter one? And the answer is 31. I have read 31 books that I've completed in quarter one, which I think is how much she's read. That's crazy. But I read 31 books. I did mark one on Goodreads as finished because it was an arc, but I did put that I DNF'd it. I just wanted to move it to a specific, what is the word? Shelf. So I marked it as finished. So it says I read 32, but I read 31. And then the next question is, what was the genre I focused on in quarter one? And while I didn't go in with the intentions on focusing on any specific genre, thriller is typically the genre I read the most of. I did say that I wanted to focus on reading genres that were new to me, like sci-fi, fantasy, horror, anything that I don't typically read. However, I have read more romance this year than any other genre. I was in my romance bag. I don't know what was happening to me. Maybe I was in a very lovey-dovey mood, but I have read more romance than I've read any other genre so far, which is crazy. Next question is, what was my least favorite book of quarter one? And my least favorite book was, or is, Murder at Girl's Nest. I mean, it has to be this one because I DNF'd it. And I think this was the only book I DNF'd so far this year. I believe so. I don't think I DNF'd anything else. So this was my least favorite book, obviously. And then my most favorite book of quarter one, I feel like you guys know this, drum roll please. I actually don't have it with me because I loaned it to my sister-in-law, but that is the Mind F series. That's probably gonna be one of my favorite books for 2025, but that is definitely my favorite book thus far this quarter. Did I read any books that I thought was overrated? Yes. Don't Come For Me, Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. It wasn't for me. I know people were saying there was parallels to the book and the world we're living in, kind of. But yeah, I thought the book was just okay. Yeah, it definitely wasn't for me at all. And so I felt like that was overrated, but it just wasn't for me. And that's okay. Did I set goals in quarter one and did I achieve them? I did not set any goals for quarter one specifically, but I did set goals for the entire year, which was, did I move this? Which was to, as I stated previously, to read books out of my norm genre, which my three genres that I typically read are thrillers, romance, lit fics. And so I wanted to read more books than just that, as well as my reading goal for the entire year is to read 100 books for the whole year. Last year I read 100 and, I don't know, 20 something. I might be lying. Was it 102? I don't know, 105, something, somewhere around there. So that I made my goal 100 to read 100 books. It's not that serious. If I don't read 100 books, it's fine. But I would like to read 100 books because I want to read more books every year than the last. So that was my goal. And then another goal for me was to DNF more, because last year I think I DNF'd maybe one book, maybe one or two books. And there was a lot of books that I did not really enjoy, but like I was like, oh no, I'm having a hard time stopping, which is crazy because if you're not having fun, like, put the book down. So that is my goal as well, is to just DNF more books If I'm not enjoying it, let it go. There are lots more books in the world. There are lots more authors in the world. So it's like, if you're not enjoying the book, like, don't force yourself. Who is forcing you? So that is one of my goals for the year. What is my favorite reading location? Well, this is kind of tricky because my favorite reading location I find to be the comfiest is my couch. However, I don't read on my couch. I rarely read on my couch. And so the place I read most often is my bed. I'll just sit on my bed, but it hurts my knees and my back a little bit. And so I just kind of suffer through it. That's crazy. But I really do that. Suffer through it a little bit. But when we had our Christmas tree up and the Christmas lights, we would turn off all the lights, have just the Christmas lights on, and then my book light. And then I would be sitting on the couch, and it was the coziest, most like warming, inviting feeling ever. And then my husband would be sitting next to me playing video games, and I'd have my legs stretched out on him. And that is like the perfect reading location / spot / time for me. However, we both feel like our living room's not very comfy unless, like, I don't know, it just felt so homey with the Christmas lights. So yeah, we typically don't like sit in the living room. So I read most often on my bed, but my favorite location is definitely my couch. What is my favorite reading snack? Y'all, I am a foodie. I love snacking. My favorite reading snack is any snack that I can chew and swallow. No, but my favorite snack in general are Nerds gummy clusters. I swear they put crack in there because the way I am so addicted to those things, it's ridiculous. I also absolutely love extra hot Cheetos, hot Funyuns, anything spicy, even though I'm not supposed to eat it. And as well as popcorn. We eat popcorn every night. The only time we don't eat popcorn is when we've ran out of popcorn. Otherwise, we eat popcorn every single night. So that is probably my favorite reading snack. What did I learn about myself as a reader? Oh man, so what I learned recently is that I don't like cozy mystery. So like on my TikTok and on my Instagram, I have like as my bio, thriller / mystery / romance. And I'm realizing now that I don't think I like mystery. Like, I think I like a mystery in general. No, I don't think I like mystery books, like especially cozy mystery. Like, it has to have some thrill. Typically where the person is dead in the first 3 seconds and you're just trying to figure out who did it does not keep my interest. I need them to like either never die or die in the middle of the book or towards the end. But I don't like when they die and you're following what's going on. No, I like my heart to be racing, and that's what I get from a thriller, and I don't get that from a mystery at all. So I've learned that I don't actually like mystery like I thought I did. I just like to not know, and that's why I read thrillers, typically. What else did I learn about myself? I learned that it is okay to DNF a book. Even if it's a popular book, even if it's a book you think you should like, it's okay to DNF it. Put it away. Even if you pay for it, because that was the thing for me. Like, most of my books are physical books. I like buying physical books because I've got 2 hobbies, reading and shopping. Okay, mostly shopping for books and clothes. I buy a lot of clothes, especially for my daughter, but that's neither here nor there. So I absolutely love spending money. It is a trait of PTSD. It is, but so I have a lot of physical books, and so that was the thing for me, was like, oh, I spent my money on this, so I feel like I have to read every single word to get my money's worth. Makes no sense. I'm shaking my head at myself now because it makes no sense. But I was the same way with food. I was like, if I bought the food, I need to finish it. Like, it took a long time for me to not be that way. It actually was my husband. Oh man, my husband got on me. Not really get on me, but he helped me through that. Like, he was like, it's not a waste if you're full. The objective of eating is to get full. If you've gotten full, you did not waste your money on the food. It's okay. So I was like, okay. But, you know, again, look, I'm psychoanalyzing myself right now, but that stems from being forced to eat everything on your plate as a kid. So as an adult, you feel like you have to finish everything. But yeah, so that is what I learned, that it is okay to DNF that book, girl. You're not wasting your money. You're not. Because at the end of the day, I can either still have it on my shelf and it's nice decorations, or if I despised it enough, I'm going to give it to somebody who's going to love it, and that's fine. I absolutely love giving away things. I love donating things. So it's like not a loss at all. What books would I recommend that I read in Q1? The Mind F series. I will say, however, it is a romantic suspense, but it can be considered a little bit dark, as far as, not as far as the romance goes, but as far as like some of the things she is doing, because it is revenge killing. And so some of the things she do to the men can be trigger worthy. So I guess not everybody would read it, but I definitely think it's a book that would keep a lot of people interest regardless of what genre you read. I would recommend that book. I'm trying to look on my shelf to see. I would recommend The Attic Child by Lola J. I can pull it up. The Attic Child by Lola J. This one is a very good book. It was written well about a boy who's stuck in the attic. He got pulled from his house in Congo to live with someone in America. He ends up being stuck in the attic, and it was just gut-wrenching. It also follows another young lady who gets stuck in the same attic as he did years prior. So it was very good. Very, very good. I would recommend the entire Hoop series. That is starting with Long Shot, Block Shot, Hook Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I would recommend all of these books. I will say, check your trigger warnings. They are very intense romances. It's given real life. There's no fluff, no cutesy. It's very much real life. Long Shot is very heavy on domestic violence. Block Shot, there's really no trigger. Well, anything can be a trigger for someone. So it does talk about a plus size woman, as well as like, I guess, body dysmorphia in a way. It's very small part. But Hook Shot, it does talk about sexual assault, child sexual assault. So check your trigger warnings. But if you have no triggers, this is a phenomenal interconnected standalone series. Anything by Kennedy Ryan really is. But yeah, I read the last two this year. I did read this one last year, so I cheated a little bit. But that is all, I think. I am excited to read more books. Hopefully expand my library, get more shelves, more books, as well as read more books. Hopefully get more arcs. I want to just grow my content creation. I don't post a lot on TikTok, which that is on my own fault. It really is. I have no one to blame but myself. I just want to grow as far as like creating more content, creating more effective content, posting more often, being more present, being more intentional. So that is all I have for Q1. Yeah, I feel like I've read some really good books. I definitely read some really good books last year, but I'm excited for the rest of the year. But thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Bye.